Welcome in everybody to Group of Five Live as we take a quick look at week five in Group of Five action. Some of the highlights of what we're looking at, as well as who looks like the best teams right now in film in the Group of Five. Um, Going to really start off though and talk about Houston and Dana Holgerson in that program going into the season. It was clear to me they look like the most talented Group of Five team, but they continue to be undercoached. And as they look forward, I just think they're going to have to look at the direction of that program. You can recruit well. You're heading into the Big 12. You're going to get swallowed up. You can't beat teams in your league that you're quite a bit better than talent wise. And you're going to go into the Big 12 and you're going to be undercoached against the guys that are coaching in this league right in the Big 12 right now. That's going to be very, very difficult. They got outcoached again and outplayed by Tulane, who's a really good team. But, man, the Cougars have lost to Texas Tech and Tulane. They had no business losing those games. Really, really no business losing. So they're more talent than every team in the ACC, and they're 2-3. It's a big-time mess. So that kind of jumps up into the first look into it. Hey, a reminder, though, as we're going to jump back there in a second, to check out LandryFootball.com. If you want to get detailed film room analysis of the game of football, college football, NFL, whatever is your flavor, we've got it for you at LandryFootball.com. We break down the players, the teams, the coaches, the schemes, the games, preview the games inside the film room, review it, tell you why things happen inside the film room. That's what we do for you at LandryFootball.com. College and NFL, the draft, recruiting, you name it, we've got it over at LandryFootball.com. Take advantage of the football season sale today. It's very simple. It's $69.99 a year. If you want to, that's the best deal we have. $9.99 a month if you want to try it out a month. So make sure that you check that out. We think it's a really good offer. We'd like to ask you to subscribe, like, and share the Landry Football Podcast Network. That would really be great. That would tell us a little bit about what you think about this show. What do you think about all the other conference shows? What do you think about the college football shows, Scouts Eye on college football, Scouts Eye on pro football? We got it all for you. So make sure that you subscribe, like, and share the Landry Football Podcast Network. If you're a fan of the college content, you can watch me do all the shows on Off the Hook Sports YouTube channel. So, again, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share Off the Hook Sports YouTube channel. So, as I'm watching the game against Houston, I'm thinking, okay, Houston's in pretty good position. You see the skill advantage they had over Tulane. Tulane, by the way, down to its third-string quarterback, managed 11 play, 75-yard touchdown drive with 2:45 remaining to tie the game before ending it in overtime for a 27-24 win. Again, they've lost now 2 games, Texas Tech and Tulane, that they were superior than talent-wise. Now, they have more talent than anybody in the AAC. They've got more talent than Texas Tech. So they've lost 2 games, which ought to be really concerning to how this team plays. It was the biggest reason why he escaped out of West Virginia before they fired him in Morgantown, because this team is consistently poorly coached. And he's certainly taken that attitude that he has. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of yelling at those guys. Look, screamers don't fix the problem. Hell raising doesn't fix the problem, Dana. It's coaching. It's teaching. You're either coaching it or allowing it to happen. And they are not doing a very good job of fixing those problems, fixing those issues within that program. And I think it's hurting them big time. This is nowhere near the program it was, several years ago when Tom Herman was there and got the Texas job as a result of it. This is one that they're going to have to look at really, really hard. Some other news. It's Utah State playing BYU was surprising to a point. This is a big rivalry game for Utah State. The Aggies love this game for obvious reasons. The big boy BYU, Utah is the big boy as well. They're the little engine that could at Utah State. But Jaron Hall has, kind of helped BYU climb out of an early hole in that Thursday evening win, 38-26. He's certainly the real deal for the Cougs. But Utah State, Gary Anderson's doing a really good job. Blake Anderson's doing a really good job over there, pardon me. And, I thought they did a really good job. I got to give a lot of credit to UConn. Second win of the year. I don't want to overstate this, but beating anybody is good for UConn. Getting a 19-14 victory over Fresno State is huge. Now, Fresno State was without Jay Kaner. They could only put together 187 yards. The Huskies now won 2 games for the first time since 2019. Look, that's saying something if you're Connecticut. Program is stopping anybody, injured or not. That's a bad-looking team talent-wise. A lot of credit to J.L. Moore getting that done. UNLV is off to a quiet 4-1 start. They beat New Mexico 31-20. They're making some progress under year 3 under Marcus Arroyo. They've got 4 wins. They've already eclipsed or equaled the team's win total in 7 of its last 8 seasons. The next 2 weeks, they play San Jose State, and they got Air Force. And that'll determine whether they can stay in this Mountain West race. That's a big improvement. And I wanted to mention it because when I watch them on tape, I'm saying this team's not bad. And again, you got to put it in perspective. In a G5 level in the Mountain West, this is a program that was near the bottom of that league. So, cycling up to where they're competitive is good. Now, San Jose State, I think has done a really good job. Brett's done an outstanding job there. Brett Brennan. Air Force, we know how good they are. I know they're dealing with some problems on and off the field there. But this would be big for them if they're able to play competitively and maybe split against San Jose and Air Force. That would be a real positive sign. I got to tell you, one of the performances that stood out to me in all of college football last week was East Carolina's Holton Eilers. What a performance. 465 yards, 6 touchdowns, spreading the ball around very easily in that 48-28 win over South Florida. Very, very impressive performance. Good-looking team. They're good-looking offense. They're scoring against a lot of people that they're playing in their league. Defensively, still got some issues, but if you get a chance to watch East Carolina play, Holton Eilers, Ahlers, really good-looking quarterback. Kent State beat Ohio 31-24 in overtime, but that's not the important part. How about this? Kent State, who you remember played Georgia pretty well last week, they had a 240-yard rusher in Marcus Cooper and a 240-yard receiver in Dante Cephas. They're the first FBS team in 25 years to have both in the same game. That's really impressive to have that much offensive explosion. And you can see why, again, take this with a grain of salt, but you can see why that wasn't such a pushover for Georgia. And Georgia didn't play well, and they weren't doing a very good job defensively, and they didn't play with a lot of intensity. Kent State kind of moved the football on them and did some things to make it a little tougher on Georgia. That's a beatdown against an Ohio team that's not bad. They were able to put together a ton of yards in that game. Who are the top graded teams through 5 weeks of college football? Top group of 5 teams. Cincinnati still looks like the best team. They're complete. They're not as good as last year's team. We say that every week, but it needs to be mentioned. They're really good. They're really solid. They dominated Indiana. Very, very good team. James Madison, what a great story. Really good team. Coastal Carolina. Tulane. I think Tulane's a really good team. Let's remember that was a very impressive win against Kansas State. So let's not knock that at all. Good team. And then I would go with Air Force. I think Air Force is a really good team, which is why, again, I would say that would be a big test for UNLV coming forward. Hey, reminder that you can get detailed film room information on all of college football, not just the big boys, but the group of 5. We cover everybody. If you want to catch the conference shows, you can check those out as well. Look them up there. SEC football and beyond, ACC football and beyond, Big Ten football and beyond, Big 12 football and beyond, Pac-12 football and beyond. You can get all those signed, subscribe, like, and share those podcasts for your favorite conference. You can get the Group of Five Live as part of our Landry Football Podcast Network. And we'd ask you to subscribe, like, and share that as well. And you can catch this shows we do it live on the Off the Hook Sports YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, and share that. You can get all the detailed film room analysis of all the college game, all the pro game over at LandryFootball.com. So make sure that you check it out. Take advantage of our football season sale, the NFL, the college football, the breakdowns of the games before they're played, the film room analysis after they're played, to explain the whys to you, why it happened. We got it for you at LandryFootball.com. So we'll see you there, and we'll see you on the Landry Football Podcast Network, and for our college fans on Off the Hook Sports YouTube channel, as we cover the game of college football from a coaching and scouting perspective, unlike anywhere else. We'll talk to you next time, everybody.